pull up in the gold, I'm bleeding. But them other man need feeding. I don't wanna go Bombay. Them I don't know what I do when I go from wheeling. Leading the pack in black and I'm on with a bat. Snapping with a phone and dab. Boss up a man with a duster. Put him in the drip and sip.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Gabs here, and welcome to another video. First off, yes, the last video was very depressing. Again, rest in peace, Etika. You influenced many. And the day before that, I uploaded a video that got banned because of copyright. It was an hour of listening to Kids Bop. It was torture. There's really nothing else to say about it. I wish it stayed up though, because it was a pretty funny video. I really wanted you guys to see that video because it was an hour of my time that completely raw, and I did destroy a couple things, but unfortunately that's impossible, so I gotta get a makeup video in here. So recently, last week actually, the freshman list for XXL came out. If you don't know what that is, I made a video about it 4 months ago, basically making my predictions for the list, but the list is finally out. It's basically rappers that made their come up this year. So I'm gonna go through the list and give my thoughts about it, and then I'm gonna also look back on the video I made back in February, probably, and just see what I got right, what I got wrong, and maybe just call myself retarded. That's probably the best thing. But yeah, so firstly, what's really surprised me is there's 3 women on the cover this year. Last year and every other year before that, there was only 1. So that really caught me off guard when I really saw it. So there is Tierra Whack, okay, who is in the top right-ish, second from the back, second from the right. If you go from the right, second at the back row, she's there. Then you've got Rico Nasty, who I said was going to be on the list because I had just heard that she was rumored to be on there. But obviously, I've never listened to her music, so, right? And then there's Megan Thee Stallion, I believe. Who the fuck is she? Personally, I think that they could have just put 2 if they wanted to up it. 3 was a bit much. I don't know who Tierra or Megan are, which is kind of important for this list. You kind of want to know who they are, right? But it's okay. It's okay. Right? So now I'm just going to be going through the male artists, starting from the back left. So firstly, Blueface. I mean, obviously, he had Tatiana, Bleed It, Respect My Crippin', and just blew up this year. Deservedly so, deserves to be on this list. Comethazine, who I'm pretty sure I predicted, I will make sure later, but he's on this list. He's got Walk, Bands, deservedly on this list. And then there's DaBaby, who honestly is one of my favorite rappers right now, honestly. He's got like Suge and Going Baby, and yeah, so deserves to be on this list. Now in the middle row, we've got Lil Mosey, who obviously I thought was going to be on the list, but I didn't know because of the sponsor. But the sponsor this year, it looks like Jay-Z for... Oh, no, that's not... I'm fucking retarded. I'm retarded. Okay, no, there's no sponsor on this, so that was the only like conflict I had. Lil Mosey just has banger after banger after banger. Still not mainstream though. I really want him to go mainstream. But is still really good. Then there's Roddy Ricch in the middle, who I pretty sure I forgot on my list, but really deserves to be there. Really talented, really different too. He's there's no one like who makes music like Roddy Ricch. YBN Corday, who is on the right side of the middle row, who is also very talented. No one makes music like him. I think I forgot him off the list too, but he really deserved to be on there. He's honestly amazing. Then we've got YK Osiris, who, honestly, I have no fucking clue who this guy is. I'm not even gonna bother looking up his music. Why the fuck is he on this list? It doesn't make sense to me why he's on this list, and I'm pretty sure he just got put on there because someone probably rejected, so he got put in. And then lastly we have Gunna, who, of course Gunna was gonna be in there. Like, he was probably one of the more obvious competitors or something to be on this list. So that's the list. All around okay. Probably not the best list in all of the 12 years, but it does the trick. Most of them deserve it. Even if they don't, they get, I don't know. But yeah. Now let's go to my old video from 4 months ago, and let's see what I got right and what I got wrong. And I'll start off with people who won't make it. 2 weeks ago, I would have said YNW Melly would be on the list, guarantee, for sure. I mean, Murder on My Mind, I can't remember, freaking Feature with Kanye West, Mixed Personalities, Blue Balenciagas are virtual, and his album's pretty good anyways. But now, I think in the past week, he's been connected to a double murder of his best friends. It's a weird sight. It's sad if he did do it. If he didn't do it, it's kind of sad too, because it's wasting part of his life, you know. And I think that one reason alone will knock him out from getting the XXL Freshman List. So as for that, I'm gonna count that as one correct prediction. YNW Melly was not on the list, mostly because he's still in police custody. I don't think there's been any updates on it. But again, one prediction right. Also, people who won't make it, any Toronto rapper. I know some people think Killy could make it, which I don't disagree with. He's talented enough. I just don't think he's mainstream enough. I don't think they'd recognize him as what he is, you know. He is amazing, honestly. He's pure fire, but he's not gonna make it. And I guess you could count that as 2 for 2. No Toronto rapper did make it. Killy didn't make it. Kind of wish Killy did make it though. He did have a good year. His music is good enough, but there's never been a Toronto rapper on the XXL Freshman List. I think the only non-American was the 11th annual Freshman List when Stefflon Don was there, and she's from England, obviously. So I guess they just like to keep it to American rappers. I don't know. And finally, people who aren't gonna make it, Bad Baby. Okay, she's 15 and going on a cover of a magazine with a condom brand as their sponsor is not the best look for that magazine. She couldn't make it. She is mainstream enough. I mean, I think there's basically room for her. I mean, but it won't happen. Oh, we're 3 for 3, boys. Well, while Bad Baby didn't make it, there was no Magnum sponsor on the cover, which leads me to believe she probably rejected it because she is good enough to make the list. So I don't know if I think she probably rejected it, especially since she's more relevant than the 3 women that were on the list, and also more relevant than YK or Reese's or whatever his fucking name is. So maybe she just rejected it, but 3 for 3. My list: random female rapper. Doesn't matter who. I don't listen to many female rappers, so I don't have someone to put into the slot, but there's always a female rapper. I think for the past few years there's always been a female rapper. Last year was Stefflon Don, which I mean no one cared about because is she really that popping outside of the UK? Exactly. So yeah, it's gonna be random. I've heard Rico Nasty. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. But if you're on the list, cool, good for you, okay? But odds are you're gonna fall off. That's all I'm saying. Well, that prediction was not only bold for not knowing who Rico Nasty was, but I got it right. But it was also bold for her career, predicting that it would be dead or fall off. I guess we'll see about that. But my prediction about having a female rapper on there was so true that they decided to triple it. I don't know. I really don't know. Again, I think 2 would have been enough. I don't know who between the Stallion and I think there was Freak or something. That's all I'm referring to them as. Between those 2, I don't know which one would be in, but nevertheless. Next is probably the second most obvious, I think, and it's Sheck Wes. Mo Bamba's just out of this world mainstream. I mean, it's a meme. It's literally all over the place. You can't go anywhere without it. I mean, and his album Mud Boy is good too, I guess. I don't know. I didn't listen to it, you know. But yeah, Sheck Wes is gonna be on there. So with this one, there's 2 options, I believe. One, Sheck Wes rejected it because Mo Bamba was so big that he decided he was too big for the list. Which, to each their own. But the more likely answer is, holy fuck, they left Sheck Wes off the list. How did you leave Sheck Wes off the list? Now again, no, possibly he rejected it, right? But if he didn't, why would you leave Sheck Wes off the list? In whose mind is YK or Reese's or one of the 2 women better than Sheck Wes? Which then, now thinking about it, he probably rejected it. But if not, someone at XXL needs to be fired. 3rd and 4th, I've got a bit of a duo, Lil Baby and Gunna. I mean, XXL are stupid not to put both of them on there, if not one of them. Like, they're both absolutely like insane. They're popping. Lil Baby has an album with Gunna and then an album without Gunna that came out like within the last 6 months of 2018, which is ridiculous. That's
unreal work rate, and there are features on everywhere. There literally, you can't go on any album with features and not see Lil Baby and Gunna, right? I mean, you're not gonna go on a J. Cole album and find Lil Baby and Gunna because J. Cole doesn't feature anyone, let's be honest here. But Lil Baby and Gunna are on like 21 Savage's album, A Boogie's album. I forget, like literally they're on Ski Mask's album, yeah. So they're on every album you find. They're gonna be on this list.
I got half of it right. But again, this is one of those ones where why isn't Lil Baby on the list? For me, it's hard to believe that he rejected the list because Gunna's on there. So, and Gunna and him are like, you know, broskies, you know? They're in the mandem. But, like, why would you leave him off the list? Gunna is more popping than Lil Baby, but Lil Baby is still better than YK Oasis. Why? It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't.
Fifth, I got Lil Mosey. Okay, Seattle kid. He's unreal. Every song he has is good, if not great. He just hasn't had that mainstream attention that he probably deserves. I think he literally just needs to find that one song that'll take him over the edge and become amazing. And until then, I mean, he's still awesome, and he'll probably make this list.
There we go. I got another one right. I think I'm now. I don't know. Four for five. I think I'm 6 for 8. That sounds right. But yeah, Lil Mosey, probably he's one of the better artists on the list. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing really to say when I got it right.
Seventh, I have Comethazine. He's popping. That's all it is. You know, he's popping. I do think that he does sound a bit too similar in all of his songs. If you go from like Walk to Bands to DeMar DeRozan, it's kind of the same rap. But there's no way they're not gonna put him on there, I don't think, unless, I mean, he rejects it, which would be stupid of him because he's gonna go irrelevant anyways in 6 months. So may as well just get the XXL list.
So I got that one right. Honestly, Comethazine, in my opinion, is already irrelevant. But he did make the list. Probably deservedly so. Wouldn't mind him getting snubbed if it would have meant Sheck West or Lil Baby would have gotten on the list. But I'm mainly pissed off that YK Oasis did because I have no clue who the fuck he is. So there you go.
Obvious one is the next one. Is if you don't think Juice WRLD is going to be on the XXL list, it's because he's going to reject it, because he's basically the guarantee to be invited. So, I mean, Ski Mask did it, X did it, right? And I think I mean, even if he's big, he's probably too big at this point, but he's going to do it anyways because it's publicity, I guess. I don't know.
Well, Juice WRLD didn't do it, so I got that one wrong. But I do believe that technically, logistics and stuff, he did probably reject it because there's no way that he did not get invited. Literally, there's no chance. There's literally no chance he did get invited because he's that big. It would have been an honor for a XXL to have him on the list, but I assume he honestly could have. Maybe his scheduling was bad, but he didn't do it. Not a big deal, honestly. He's big anyways. Like, he doesn't need it. He doesn't need the list. So why do it? Maybe would have liked him to see, his freestyle or his cipher, because that would have been nice to see. It would have been cool. Probably would have had the best freestyle and the best cipher this year, but unfortunately he's not doing it. So you gotta do what you gotta do. But fucking YK Reese's is still pissing me off.
Now, the final three. I was having a tough time filling these spots, honestly. Especially with YNW Melly. I know for sure he's not making it now. So, I kind of went with Jaden Smith. Which, I mean, his album this year was good. And his album, I forget the name. The one that Icon was on was good too. It's just, I don't know. I guess people think that he won't make it because, I mean, he got his fame from his dad. I mean, as much as, yeah, you know, he's been around, I don't think they have many other rappers unless they go with, I mean, there's still a very good chance that someone blows up between now and when they pick the list. I think they picked the list in April and then released it in June, right? So there's still time for someone to come out of nowhere, or someone that we're listening to now, but not paying attention to go mainstream. But I think for now, I'm going with Jaden Smith.
So Jaden Smith obviously didn't make it, but what I did say there was that someone could make and blow up and make the list between when I made the video, which was in February, and now, which is now June, July-ish, when the list was released. So I'm gonna count that as a point, because DaBaby didn't blow up until like May. So there you go. I guess I'll give that half a point, you know? So I'll have, like, I don't know. So far I've got 10 predictions, or 11. Yeah, no, 10 predictions. And I've got Sheck West wrong, Juice WRLD wrong, and Lil Baby wrong. So I've got 7 out of 10. So that's good. That's good. That's good.
Which leaves 2 more spots. And I went with Young Pinch. He has 2 songs with those guys, both amazing. I don't know if he still qualifies. I just had a lot. I just went through my playlist and I'm like, oh, yeah, he could make it. I just don't know. I honestly don't know if he's eligible. Jesus fucking Christ, I can't speak.
Now, unsurprisingly, Young Pinch also didn't make it, which means that I'm now 7 for 11. 7-11. But, I mean, realistically, he was not going to make it. I think I was just retarded. Even more retarded was my last pick, so I'm not even going to show that. I don't want to embarrass myself. But, so I'm basically 7 for 12, which honestly is good. It's good. It's honestly surprisingly better than I thought I would do. But yeah, if you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below what kind of video ideas you'd like to see, and share this to your friends if you want more content, because anytime I get 10 views, I post the next day. So there you go. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video.